Hello, everyone. Welcome to season 2 of Destiny's Hunters, the first group to get a season 2. Exciting, exciting. For those just tuning in or just watching, remember, we have a Patreon. Yay, clap. Patreon, they can't hear you, Kiwi. The Patreon is a way to support me and the series, like all the Null series. There's different tiers for options. We are going to be releasing the stat block from tonight's encounter, for sure. I'll probably start working on that and have that within the week. And we also have like some other things going on. We have our panels down below that take you all over the place for Null. We also are working on some Redbubble stuff, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, let's bring us over to the kids. Well, I don't have to babysit them as much as I have to babysit. What do you call it? Royal Flush. Hello, everyone. You're unmuted.
Gonna make you regret your words.
Hello there.
You can't make me regret my words, unfortunately. Puppet, my words. But yeah, let me...
Oh, did that show up there?
One
What
second.
did it do?
Why did I hear something twice? Anyways, let me get some music. And normally I would just like challenge y'all to do the recap, but we've been off for a month, so I'll be benevolent. Just kidding. Hold on.
Have Buffany do it again.
We'll find out. Let's see who's gonna recap it for us. Well, Cat Food's not here right now. We don't actually know where Cat Food is. Booper, what do you remember about the season finale?
Let's see. I remember whenever we jumped back onto it, we were just about to leave the Tower of Pain.
Death.
After
the Death Dungeon.
basically death. The Death
I
Dungeon.
mean, it was pain
After
for you
defeating
because you
the
lost an
Mage
arm.
Slayer- Yeah, after losing an arm, going through a potential. We got warrants out now by death on us.
Oh yeah,
And
that's
after
true.
defeating the Mage Slayer golem, we got out, and decided it was the best time to try and approach the, I cannot remember her name.
Oh,
But
Nanael.
the general, Nanael, thank you. The general, essentially, of this island. We fought her, and then she ran away for a bit, and we fought her again. And basically, we victoriously overcame that situation, and afterwards we decided to, I guess, come over to this way, if I recall. I don't remember if there was anything additional that
You were
actually
summoned
happened,
by the Wizard King, who revealed himself to be, and I'll show that lovely art again because that was revealed himself to be a man by the name of Manchu. Apparently one of many who had crashed into Null centuries ago. And he welcomed you in continuing to try and get Akira. He originally thought that Rakgoyle was dead, but in fact, Rakgoyle had laid a clever trap by using his World 20 to make a rope trick that he can hide within and get around the palace much easier to possibly help out his allies or gather any information he can. And then you were sent back with passes, medals, to prove that you are allowed to travel throughout the rest of the Isles to go to the other dungeons. And that was where we left off, as I just have it that you were sent back to Lerwick, right, like town square, and you are making your way back to the crested. Exhausted, yes.
You got Catboyd.
You got Catboyd. It doesn't work during D&D.
What? You should.
Hold on. Some are only a persuasion check.
At advantage.
No.
Yeah.
Look, if I was getting money off the channel points, I would always.
Give me
Persuasion?
Yeah,
persuasion.
I'm just kidding.
That's
I'll do
the
it
best
for.
one.
It's only 5 minutes, mind you.
Oh man.
I was the one who redeemed it, so.
Yeah, mainly because I can't keep changing things while I'm running game. So it's like, I'll do it just this once. In the
Does it
future,
stack?
5 minutes.
Yeah.
Cannot-
Does it stack?
No, I'm only doing it once right now. So.
It's like, I got some
it's-
stuff to spend.
It's less work for you if you think about it.
No, no. Stop. Anyways, kids. Gosh, I'm eating my words, I guess. You all
Look,
return.
I don't know how long you're gonna be doing that for, but hydrate.
I don't have water.
You should go get some.
I
You
don't.
should always have water. You're DM, you're
I'm
gonna
a
talk
busy
lot.
person, Sam. I am busy.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna be talking a
Stretch.
lot. You should have something to refresh your throat with.
We'll take a decent $5. How about that? Like
Sounds good to me.
before we do the big thing tonight that I've been hinting to you guys, which I know you're excited about, I'll go take a 5 and I'll get some water. But yeah, you all return. Like, you are all like trudging into the Crested Dragon. Your body's now feeling the weight of exhaustion after a particularly long day. With a lot of troops, a lot of reveals, and a lot of battles. But you feel stronger for it. So that's a plus. And you see, walking in, it is a bit more empty. It is around the late evening, I will say. You see Kotaro and his wife Haruka taking care of things, and Minatsuki, their daughter, is just leaning across the counter, and she looks at you all as you walk in. Oh, you all look terrible. Your
Were we
boss
able
is here.
to-
Points at Axum, who is bandaged up. Yes,
Oh,
Buffy.
you don't look too bad.
Were among the loot, were we able to collect Nanael's legs?
No. Oh, and by the way, regarding the cloak, the mantle, I have not had time to make it. That was actually something that slipped my mind. I thought I did already, but I'll have that ready for next session. We'll just say, like, you guys are hesitant to really figure out who's going to use that until you really know what it does. Like, you don't want to use something that an enemy used that was dangerous. We'll just go with that. But yeah, feel free
Did
to...
you see the other ones? Oh, the other way.
We
I
heard
suppose.
you struck out against a general. Ash is gonna trudge,
Didn't-
boom, sit down on
Wasn't
the
she
bench.
also, like, attacking the town?
No, luckily Axum was running interception, so like when
Okay.
she was trying to do stuff, he stopped her, and more to that, you'll see. Can we get you anything to drink? Yes, don't worry about price. It's on us tonight. You've done a good thing, even though some people might not realize that. And we will, and rooms are on us as well. Rest your bodies, hone yourselves. You've earned it.
Hospitality is appreciated. Thank you.
It's mighty generous. We really appreciate it.
Of course. Like
Any
I
word
said,
from around town or from other villages nearby?
yes. Unfortunately, there is some word. And he'll like walk, like he'll go around, and like Minatsuki's also coming around with like a round of drinks, just some standard ale, tea, and otherwise, like depending on if no one wants to drink, mind you. But indeed, there is some news. Dane Blades actually disobeyed Nanayao. They didn't attack when they were supposed to. You can thank your benefactor, points at Axum, for that. It's not much, just silver tongue gifted to me by the family.
You didn't pay them, did you?
No. I merely showed them a reason to listen to me. There's something bigger at play. And he kind of taps his eye patch. I'm gonna change the vibes here. It's a little too peppy for a nighttime vibe. Hold on. Here we go. That's much better. There we go. But they are currently in confinement. Greater orders from above. They are punished for their act, but not executed. They are too valuable. Dayan blades are hard to come by, after all. He'll pass out the drinks, and he'll just walk back. And he also lays out a set of keys for rooms.
Orders from who?
Oboro, the malevolent maw. They are to be punished, which most likely means torture and solitary confinement. You recognize that name? That is one of the individuals that was involved in the attack of your village.
So what you're saying is we should probably try and break them out, get them on our side.
I wouldn't do that, not yet. They'll be released. They are more resilient than you think. They're built to withstand such things. And after
Let 'em
losing...
rot for all I care.
And it'd probably be best not to strike so quickly after the first. You're already gaining notoriety. The other blades across the Isles most likely see you as criminals. Plus, if you're being framed for the death, the turtle, even worse.
People really like that turtle, right?
He was considered a protector, a guardian of the shores, protecting the people from the Timbano Kano.
That's the big squid thing, right?
It's the crab. Child of the moon spirit. A very stubborn child. Many have had to defeat its incarnation every so often. The dragon turtle was the one that dealt with it largely. But nevertheless, talk amongst yourselves. We're closing up for the night. And then get your rest.
Right. How many keys were dropped in front of us?
As many as you need. You guys want some separate rooms, or if you want to bunk into some rooms.
if it's separate rooms, Rosario's going to take 2 before Black Friday approaches and hide 1.
Ah, okay. Make me a sleight of hand check.
Ooh.
All right. Anyone with a passive perception
almost 20.
higher than 10 does see that. It's a little quick grab. Or Axum will grab his key. Ugh. Well, did what I could. You guys did good too. Never seen a general run like that. So that's very good.
Speaking of run, you sure you should be walking right now? You look very messed up.
Please, I'm fine. I heal quick. Celestial blood.
I suppose so.
But anyways, get your rest. I'll see you in the morning. Maverick wants to talk with all of you. Still wants to do a meal, a conversation. Out of all the generals, he's the one I trust the most to not try anything crazy. So consider it.
Right, is there a dress code for that?
Probably just clothes. And walk up the stairs. So. You see, no word from cat food. Oh man, that's gonna suck. If he misses this.
So, that was a interesting revelation. One. There was a king now. Does anyone know more about who this Manchun is?
Stuart shakes his
Not a
head.
clue.
And Ash will shake his head. Never heard of them before. But by name, I've only heard the Wizard King.
I mean, does he stick out to any of you guys? I'm not as well versed in Socrathian history as I probably should be.
I mean, I'm pretty far down there in terms of understanding history, but I don't think I've ever heard of a Manchun.
Name is extremely unfamiliar to any of you, I'll say.
Well, I guess all else being equal as far as that's concerned, what do you think of what Maverick may have to say to us?
I don't know. Were we ever told what he wants to talk to us about?
I can make a good guess.
What's your guess?
Well, he's a vulture, and he sees the flies gathering around the Wizard King as an opportunity to cement himself as the next supreme whatever the hell he wants to call himself in Deus.
And what are your thoughts on that? You seem to be very opinionated on the matter.
I'd rather see him hung up by his entrails from the gates of Lerwick.
It's a little extreme there.
So is several centuries of subjugation. Not doing that again.
Yeah.
And I will say, Rosario, actually anyone from Sokrith, like, can make me a, which is all of you, except for Ash, make me a religion check.
Religion check, okay.
Be interesting.
1. Two. Okay, anyone above of 13 would actually recognize the chakram he carries is one of the holy symbols of Vethyn. The Archfey, the Archfey, who rumor has it, especially out here, even has ascended to godhood. And often his followers wield chakrams, or have one, as a, what's the word? Like, as an accessory, to, like, show that they are a follower of Vethyn. You know that he is a follower of Vethyn, who is now the god of balance, but as an archfey, presided over trickery, dance, and a few other, like, and creation. Like, the creation of, like, art and, like, goods.
Look, if you want to play it by ear, play it by ear. But anyone who'd be willing to work for the Wizard King and then just switch sides as soon as the going goes bad, I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him.
I mean, the first rule behind it all, you don't trust the merchant's first word.
Is that a Socrathian saying?
No, it's something I definitely had to pick up. But, I'd say that more than likely, he's just trying to make sure that he's still in the good graces of the majority of people. Nobody likes a bad-faced merchant. Unless they can get something really good out of it.
What? Esther, what are you doing over there?
Just chilling.
As you sit down, you see this individual. You see fellow Shadowkai, actually.
Oh,
Wearing a weird set of attire. Looks to be, as if they are a merchant or some sort. A big old backpack on the booth. It's full of, like, stuff that's just sticking out. They look at you. Yes? Why are you just staring at me? If you've come for
sorry,
my
it's just-
eyes, I've already paid the tax.
no, I just haven't really seen too many Shadowkai around here,
Hmm.
other than me.
Few and far between. Same with the Fae. Well, Ganassi, too. Ganassi are just hunted down and turned into arcane cores. But that's another thing.
That's unfortunate.
I'm Pechka. I'm a merchant by trade. I wander around. And I also am working on a book.
Oh, I'm Esther. What's the book you're working on?
I'm working on a field guide of Deus and its creatures, as well as some of the other things going on here.
You must know a lot then.
Sort of. Taps the little symbol on her hat, which, make me a religion check, Esther, for that symbol. That is the symbol of Etro. You then notice that the book that she has is a silver tome, meaning she is a silver-ranked record keeper.
Gotcha. So, you are a record keeper?
Oh, correct. That is true.
What kind of, you said you were a merchant as well?
Yes, you have to have a hobby over here to get around. Very difficult to pay the fees to get to each aisle. So, I've gone for my delve of the dungeon in this area, and other places. I've done a full circuit of all the dungeons but one. Better than that collector friend you have. And I sell my wares from there.
Is she talking, the collector friend? Is she talking
Axum.
about,
Because remember,
Oh,
Axum's
okay.
known name is, like, alias is just the Collector, because he's made a fortune off of Deus.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
But I must away for rest. You enjoy, and if you ever want to talk business, or need help getting around any barriers, just feel free to ask. And they fling a card at you, and it's got their, like, it's got like a rune on it, so most likely for communication.
Thanks. I guess we'll keep in touch.
Mm-hmm. Right. Oh. Who's gonna, with rooms, who's gonna bunk where? I imagine Rosario, Black Friday, what's your passive perception?
A lot higher than 10.
Yeah, so you definitely noticed the key stealing, like, hiding. But, so I imagine, like, most of you want your own rooms. There are options for bunking. There are options for, singular rooms. Ash is gonna go bunk with whoever. Say.
Bubble will bunk with Ash.
Okay.
They're both Danes.
Both very quiet individuals. You almost don't notice them.
For certain. Deus, are you bunking or are you trying to get your own room?
Yeah, might as well get my own room.
Alright.
Gotta think about the bonsai tree still.
Uh-huh. Alright, you two, what's going on? Are you sharing a room or are you bunking? Bunking. It's like there are rooms with 2 beds in them, bunk bed style, and then there are rooms with singular beds.
How you been doing, Kit Kat? Has the hunt been stressing you out lately?
Other than going down earlier was not great. It did almost lose it on them at the end.
Yeah, it certainly has been not that easy on me either. And going down a lot. A little stressed. Do you want to spar? Like all times? Unless you got something else that's caught your eye in around here lately?
Nothing much so far, so let's just go with what you have in mind.
Alright, let's go. I guess I'll go return the extra key. So while you're doing that, little note. I keep accidentally writing the island of Deus without the Y
Heh.
in my
Well,
notes.
because, it doesn't help that you have a party member that's literally named after the continent without the Y.
Exactly why.
I gotta say though, that's still can't get over how I somehow accidentally did that.
Yeah, and we're just going with it. Your parents named you after the continent because it makes
Yeah.
sense. You are Dayan.
Yeah.
This is my best friend, Australia. Known him all my life.
Day and a half old.
Alrighty.
Did used to, I had classes with a set of twins, a boy and girl. Boy's name was Jordan, and the girl's name was Asia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are a couple of
And they were
Yeah.
strawberry redheads.
Oh no. All right. So, is there anything in particular that I'm going to start in the room with Obel. Obel, is there anything in particular that you were doing?
No, just sitting in the windowsill staring at the card that is it Elias? Is that the name? The Deal King?
Eli.
Eli. He's just staring at that card. You're not doing anything with it, just pondering.
And as you look at the card, look out the window, you swear you see his face in the mirror, in the reflection for but a moment.
Yeah. Close the blinds.
Ash is out like a light. Stuart is making something. Don't want to know what it is.
Are you like a ghost or something? What is your deal?
Well, I'm just a little girl.
Okay, if you stain the furniture, I'm not paying for it.
Oh, that's not how it works. You've never heard him talk before.
I've never heard him not talk before, though.
You've heard him use the soundboard.
Hmm.
And he just continues working on his thing. Deus.
Yes.
Is there anything that you do?
Outside of just like caring for the tree, but I think Dave's just going to continue working on like minor leatherworking projects, but I think before sleep, he just kind of stares off into space and just kind of like lost in thought on thinking about, his daughter and his wife.
You look at the mark on your chest. It has now formed into a solid like circle with tendrils like moving out.
You lost. Death. A man who has died twice.
Hear this voice in your head. Raspy, dry, decayed voice.
Now, this isn't the usual one who has this number. Might I ask your name?
I go by... Oh, hold on. Sorry. Other people know what I'm doing. I just gotta get into the...
I go by the Whispered One. The Undead King. Master of Secrets.
Oh.
You have caught my eye. Touched by death. and a reincarnation as well.
Well, I don't want to boast about it, but yeah, I'd say I've been getting some pretty good opportunities here as of late.
And touched by the living embodiment of death.
So, why are you reaching out to me?
I sensed your power. I myself have recently become more active. My body has been revived on the plane once more.
Congratulations, I guess.
You can thank my son, who you have met.
Oh, yeah.
And you have dealt with him before. You have skill. You are unfocused. You have been given gifts, flesh, multiple times. But it is not who you are. Who you were. Before this life that you know, Deus. You are one of the very few reincarnated souls, after all.
So, I guess this is a business call then.
Yeah, you could say that. I have an interest in your skills. You stagnate under the hand of a Hell Lord who can't even do his jobs himself. And in the end, there's always the other shoe yet to drop. I could offer you power. Great power. A mastery over death. I could restore you. Awaken the pathways to your previous life. The power you held. We knew each other once. I'd be pleased to work with you again.
Oh. Well, I don't know if you're being serious or not.
I do not lie. I may guard secrets, but I do not keep them in my work.
Well then, I think I'll just say right now I'm trying to figure out where I'm already at.
You-
So, let's put that on the back burner.
Very well. When you start having dreams that muddle your mind and make you indistinguish realities, the past, your place in it, you'll come to me. Since death has touched you, you have the potential to manifest your incarnation. Think on it. You will come back to me to discuss.
and you feel the emptiness in your head. The voice leaves.
A little bit. Letitia, what would you do? Deus goes to bed at that point.
Mm-hmm. All right, Rosario. Friday. Anything you do besides sparring or bedding down for the night?
Stay right here. I'll go get us some more water, and I'll take care of a little call in the meantime. Zuri's gonna step out of the room for a moment.
Okay.
Go around the corner.
Okay.
And take out the sending stone that they have for Oakley.
Oh, okay. Go for it.
Hey, how are you doing? Haven't heard from you. Hope you're staying safe. Hope to see you again some other time. Stay safe.
I can give you one thing, and then I'll have Athena send me something else, because they're a few days behind y'all. But the main thing I know Oakley would say for certain, Lord Luxury is our grandfather. He's also Therion, the gem dragon. Holy shit. Can you believe it?
That son of a... It's no wonder he was always so friendly towards me without...
He's also giving you an Oakley extra discounts.
Now, a lot of things make sense, so... Looks at the spear of the storm singer. Or the quarterstaff
Yes.
of the storm singer. So who was the one who told him to give me that? He said it came from above.
I wonder. Yeah.
Anyway.
That stuff I know for sure Oakley would have said, like, without hesitation. Probably almost worded exactly like that. Yeah, your grandfather is a dragon. And one of the most powerful dragons, a son of Bahamut. Which explains your check from the other time. So everything fully checks out. But yeah,
So-
you return into the room a little shell-shocked, I imagine. Or, like, you have, like, probably a perplexed expression, I imagine.
Kind of like a shocked expression, a little bit paler than usual.
Mm-hmm.
Or a little bit more hesitant to walk back in.
Mm-hmm.
So I just sent a message to Oakley. Here's the water, by the way. Just to check in how he is doing. You remember Lord Luxury?
Yes. Tell me, little one.
Well, turns out he's that big dragon that helped us earlier. When, the whole big clot of flesh thing happened.
Big, shiny blue one.
That one. It turns out that that's my grandfather.
Oh. Oh dear.
So that means that the Everbrews are descended from dragons. And I'm descended from dragons. And that a child of Bahamut, so I'm a direct descendant of Bahamut, which
Your
explains why
great-grandpappy.
Bahamut has been so interested and invested in my safety, which always struck me as a little weird that, the god of good dragons and somebody who's portrayed as someone so saintly was interested in someone like me.
Oh, how do you feel about that then?
It's certainly a bit of a shell shock. I'm not really sure. I'm going to have to sit on it and process it.
Do you know if that will mean you're in danger from anything?
Perhaps from my aunt, or the great great aunt, Tiamat.
Would Black Friday know that?
Couple of things there. It is a little tricky when it comes to descendant stuff, but you would know that Tiamat is the sister. Actually, no, not the sister. In my world, is the wife of Bahamut.
Oh shit!
In this incarnation, yeah. That's the only difference I have in my lore is that they were married, then split off. So ex-wife Tiamat. It is weird when it comes to god blood. There are little to no demigods save for the most common ones being the children of Nora, the Violet Moon. A lot of demigods don't have powers of a high scale. Unless they are given them by their parents. Like their godparent. So most of them just have their own unique abilities, and if they want higher power, that has to be earned through stuff with their with their kin. So this would mean that it's most likely that and this is for like Rosario as well, Sam, like Price either did get power from Therion, which would continue the chain, because like it would mean Therion would have to have gotten power from Bahamut, and then Therion would have to give that power to Price. However, it's also very possible that Price did not accept any divine spark, which would mean like you don't have any god powers right now, but if you did, you'd be in a lot of danger. You had a divine spark. Because god hunters and the like worshippers of Theric thrive on that market of trying to find demigods that they can take the powers of.
Well, there is that possibility, I suppose. Divine Spark, Hunters, and everything. Though I'm not sure about it.
Probably no much more danger than the fateless stuff, so... I guess it could be worse. At least we
True.
know we have a strong ally.
I suppose that is true. That's always a nice thing to have.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to see if we can contact them somehow. I'm gonna talk to Lola Luxury about it. What if I pretend like I still don't know? And then I'll ask him about the dragon. I wanna see his face.
It'd be fun.
So, anything that you did while I was gone?
At this time, just relaxing.
All right then.
If there is nothing else. uh Deus. As sleep takes you, you do have a hard time sleeping. You're plagued with dreams. Oh yeah, Esther. Sorry, you were kind of... Is there anything you wanted to do, Esther?
Oh, I just assumed I fell asleep at the bar.
I mean, if that's what you want to do. I don't know if there's anything that you wanted to do for the night, because you were... That's why you were all the way down there.
No, you're good.
Okay.
Also, I think Cat Food's here.
Evan, are you here?
I made it. I'm
Points
alive.
gun, shoots you in the kneecaps. You can't go anywhere now. We were like, ah, shucks, this would be the worst session to miss.
Yeah, yeah. it would.
Season 2! Season 2!
Oh shit, are we having Nim with us?
No,
I
I'm
was just
fixing it,
thinking
don't
that.
worry.
Damn, Camus and Nim? Shit.
No. He was already in one
Yeah,
campaign.
yeah,
We can't have him in
All-Stars.
another. And I'll go back, and then I'll loop back around to you, Ash, because like I said, you like conked out because you're tired. Deus, sleep takes you. You toss and you turn. Sweat in the middle of the night. You dream of a dark place. Deep underground. As you go through these caves, you swing back and cut against these giant toad-like demons. But they are not your hands, and not your weapon. In your hands instead is this blocky, large, square-shaped greatsword with a gem in its hilt. You swing and you swing, cutting through them and pushing them back. Your blade feels light. Tap into it and these thorns pierce through your hands, draining your blood into the blade, and you swing the blade again, pushing through, making your way into a wide open space with a mysterious artifact. You jolt up in the middle of the night. It feels like you were there. Like this was real. And it troubles you.
You'll see.
Ash, is there anything in particular you wanted to do for the night? The group is going to be meeting with Maverick in the morning or afternoon for a meal and discussion.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm good.
I do have a little tidbit for you. You, when you were downstairs talking with Kotaro, who is giving you an update that the Dane Blades decided not to join Nanael in attacking the village, largely due to Axum's help. They were punished and taken away for confinement and punishment by torture by Oboro, the malevolent maw. You remember that name all too well. One of the most powerful generals of Deus, and the man who killed your mentor.
Oh. Say the name one more time. Or write it down.
Oboro.
Actually, please.
Don't worry, I'm showing you a handout because you remember him. And you remember this twisted being. And Ayakashi, who you know is Sightmaster Kigane's twin brother. With mouths all across his arms. Wearing heavy plated armor, an Oni mask, carrying 2 sets of blades, one black Nodachi that drinks up the blood that it cuts from bodies. You remember he used that blade to stab through Ash and absorb all of his life force into it. His blood, his spirit, and ultimately draining him into nothing but a husk. So, throughout the night, you might have flitted nightmares of that face and the glee that he took in bloodletting. But you all may take off a long rest. As you'll all wake up in the morning and hear Axum, "Come on, get up! Don't want to be louching around." Come to the common room. I rented it out. Not really, we got it for free.
Pick up Rosario under the arm. Carry him down.
Yep, fair.
Looks at Ash. Sleep well last night?
A few of you have sunken eyes. You'll all make your way into the common room, and there is a breakfast spread that Axum has gotten. He looks like he is freshly bathed. His hair is a little wet, still slicked back. He is shaven up a bit more, and he's wearing a bit more fitting attire, Dan in nature. So he's got like these heavy dark pants. Still, he's still got like these boots. Actually, no, not boots. He's got the tabi shoes almost. And he's got a kimono coat, like type coat, where it's only got one side, so the rest of it is like chest out, and he's got the one sleeve, and like the rest of it is hanging on the side. And his sword is knocked back against the wall. As you all enter, he's got his eye patch off for a moment, and he seems to be doing something with his eye. And he quickly puts it back on with that minor speed that he got from his mentor. Good morning.
What you up to?
Nothing. You should try the baths here, they're quite nice. But I got breakfast, and a couple of updates. Managed to gather some intel. But did anyone else have any weird night visitations? I certainly had one.
Deus just raises his hand.
Not any weird visitors on my part, no.
Clear for me.
Nothing here.
Same.
Gotcha.
Who happened to be creeping around in your area last night?
Nothing much. Just hearing from people that I don't want to hear from.
Anything that concerns the rest of us?
No, none of you, just me.
Fair enough.
It must be nothing. You know, these deathly mornings.
Anyways, eat, there is some info from Komurasaka. Bad news. A little bit. And it would impede our travel.
What would be our trouble?
What's going on in Komurasaka.
Happening over there.
Well, remember the Tumbano Kano that I've kept telling you about, the crab?
Yes.
He's incarnated again.
Oh, is it eating people?
Worse, he's attacking in bursts the town.
Oh, is that why they call it reincarnation? Because it keeps happening?
A little bit different for him. He's a demigod. He's the child of the moon, one of the moon spirits here in Deus. But, he incarnates every so often, and usually it was the dragon turtle's job to deal with it. But because the dragon turtle got killed by the kraken, no things to stop it, and it might have already since that incarnated for that exact reason. They're also gathering hunters to hunt it this time. So, figure you all have experience monster hunting. So we should probably do that.
Can the turtle incarnate itself?
No, it's not a demigod, I don't think.
Fuck.
Well, I'm not going to lie. Like, Cat and I got quite the experience in monster hunting, but not hunting demigods. Not sure how easy that's going to be.
Well, luckily it's the incarnation. The true Tambano Kano is sealed away at the bottom of the ocean in a basin by its mother. It sends out an incarnation, physical manifestation, or better put, an avatar as we know them over in Sokrith, where gods take a humanoid form to travel amongst the people. It's a slightly smaller version of the Tumbano Kano. Still quite strong, but killable. If we do that, it would probably provide Murasaka not only with protection, but also with food. As the dragon turtle would often deliver the meat of the crab to the people.
DM, you said the crab was the child of what kind of a god?
A moon spirit.
A moon spirit. Okay.
Specifically, actually have this.
This is a dumb question. It's the same 3 moons
Yeah,
all over Null, right?
same 3 moons, but there are different. Because remember, in Deus there are spirits and yokai. So
Okay, I'm just like it's the same 3 Like the colors and everything.
Oh, yeah.
How do you spell Tombanokan? I wasn't that far off. Thank you.
Yep. And if my knowledge serves me correct, the Timbano Kano is the child of the Mayari. But that's what I have there, so we could probably visit Maverick and then head over there. Only about 40 minutes away. Plus, if we don't deal with... If anyone doesn't deal with it, then it'll be a problem anyways.
I feel like giant rampaging crab takes precedent over Maverick.
Maverick has resources we can use before that. I spoke with him this morning, actually. He's offering a service for all of you. He noticed that you are carrying quite a bit of gear, some barely used. He wanted to offer a service, trade. In exchange for a lump sum of items that you do not need, he can instead give you something that would be best suited for you or your group. His wares are from across not only the continents, but the multiverse, so wouldn't be a bad stretch to take from him.
That could possibly work, depending on what he's offering. I'll see why not.
Yeah. Only thing we can really do is go. And I'll be on watch just in case he's trying to be shifty. Still got my countermeasures. As for you, Stuart, he opens a gourd that he has 2 gourds hanging from his, like, wraps. Get in the bottle. Gets in there. I'll hold on to Stuart for now. We're working on something together that will be very beneficial for all of us. He's quite the conversationalist. I'm surprised none of you told me this before.
Can't believe I'm getting dad cucked.
I'm used to a button that he would press to talk.
Oh, yeah, apparently he learned how to speak quite recently. He just says you guys never asked.
You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough, Stuart.
Well, I'm game for Maverick as long as we make it quick. I'm more concerned with the crab than entertaining him.
Fair enough. Then we should go onward. You make your way to the edge of Lerwick's gates and to a more modern home, gated off at the nicest building aside from the tavern in this area. And getting to the door, before you even like make your way to the door, you hear it open. Oh, there you are. I was wondering when you would show up. Maverick. And by his side are the Ayakashi siblings, Mashu and Tatsuya. And I'm sure you've met my guards, pointing at the two of them. It's a lovely day for hunting, is it not, friends? Come inside. Let me show you around. And then we can talk business.
Sure.
Excellent. And
I forgot that these two were your bodyguards.
oh, that was never brought up. Yes, they are my bodyguards. They work quite closely with me, report in on anything that I need. They're my eyes and ears around the continent. I mean, the Isles. Apologies. I made sure that they gave you as much information as you needed. But welcome to my home. And you come in and it is just full-on Socrathian culture on the inside. This is the main dining hall. Over there is the entertainment parlor, kitchen, and we have a few, and it's a simple, and it's a one-story home, too. It's like not 2 stories, it's just one. But what is mine is somewhat yours. Now, go into the parlor. Yeah, don't try and steal anything, even though I don't think you will, Mike says. But the boss is waiting in the parlor, so best not to keep him waiting. He does get a little impatient.
Alright. That's good then.
This is a pretty spiffy place here.
Thank you. All imported by myself and some of my allies. Before, while I was just merely a merchant working my way through here. This is why it's not a mansion, it's just my home. And then when, you know, when the Minakawa attacked a few decades ago, I did my best to fix the place up. And that's when I was made governor by both Manchun and the people. Which, speaking of, impressive that you've already met Manchun face to face. But sit, refreshments, and he snaps his fingers, and coming through the door, unseen servants carry in tea and coffee. I believe Axum lets you all know that I have a service that I can provide all of you.
He did mention something of the sort, but
Good.
wasn't able to give us specific details.
Well, yes. I'm a merchant by trade, of course, and you all have quite a bit of goods, especially after the dungeon. Who'd hold on to that helmet, looking at you, Deus, will be very handy. But for those of you that have an excess of goods, I can provide you with some light pockets. In exchange, I have a multitude of goods that I can give you. for both you and your party, as well as just you singularly as individuals. You can gain 1 or 2 of these goods. And of course, you can put things you don't use as a group together to get something that can benefit your group. And here is that. So in the group chat, I just sent that in. Feel free to take a look at the catalog. And each of you get like a little clipboard.
What is a Dusk Crusher?
Oh, yes, apologies. I should probably show you the wares if you're curious. Dusk Crusher is this. And he pulls out a staff, like a quarterstaff almost. And then he speaks its command word, and a hammer of light appears. It's quite a good polearm, if I do say so myself. Enchanted by the warriors of Pelor. It's for you, chat. There, right there. When it's activated, it deals quite a bit of blows. And it carries the Sunbeam spell.
Funnily enough, I was looking at this weapon while prepping for my next week's session.
Good item. Good item. If any of you have any questions, I'll be free to answer them. But, you know, make your way through it. And I suppose he looks directly at you, Obel. You worry of my intent, still?
What makes you say that?
Oh, you have a general, I don't trust him look about your face 24/7.
Oh, I'm just looking at your books over here. Hey, do you have a pisser in here? In the house?
Yes, of course I do.
Gestures. Where?
Oh, it's down. Hold on, Mashu will take you. Mashu.
Thank you.
What's the Forcebreaker staff?
Oh, the Forcebreaker staff. It's a very good weapon. I recommend it. It's useful against those that would create barriers. Oh, no, that's the icon. That's not my one. There we go. You gain a +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this weapon. This weapon was crafted to destroy structures made of force, such as those created by Force Cage of Wall of Sport or Wall of Force. Striking a larger or smaller structure of magical force with this weapon automatically shatters the structure. If the target is a huge or larger structure of force, this weapon shatters a 20-foot cube portion of it.
That sounds useful.
It is quite useful, situational every now and again, but still a very good weapon. And at this point, he will snap his fingers, and a large table with like a wall on it shows up, and it has all of these items on them. Kazuya just kind of softly claps. Obel, what are you doing?
Does the Ori of the Wanderer work?
Not quite yet.
Okay.
However, you might want to look at one of the items that's available for the group to get.
Oh, I'm not getting anything from this guy.
Oh, are you sure?
I am 100% sure.
It's not even the next piece you need for the org?
I'm not even sure what this thing is, honestly. I stole this on a whim. Anyways, flush.
You try and flush it down the toilet?
No, I don't flush the Ori. What? Are you insane?
Okay, what are you doing?
Do you want me to go into vivid detail of what Obel does in the
No.
bathroom?
Are you attempting to use
I
the
thought I was-
Ori?
I was gonna try.
Alright, hold on. Roll me a D100 plus your level.
All right. Trying to spare everyone for a second there. Level 8 now. All right. Can I use luck on this?
No.
All right.
$51. Roll me a D3.
What a funny number.
3. Alright, I'm gonna roll here. Okay, so you can cast Teleportation Circle right now.
Hold on. Well, doesn't help me out a lot. Is that I can do it right now, or I can hold on to it?
You can hold on to it.
All right. I have a very eventful bathroom trip.
You done?
There's not a sink in there, so halfway.
There's a basin of water. Don't tell me you
Yeah,
pissed in the sink.
What do I look like?
I don't know.
Well,
Kind of
I
a sink
closed the door
pisser?
before they can look in there. Fuck you.
Now you remind me of someone I know.
Hmm.
They used to look kind of like you. Alright, so going down the line, Ash, do any of those items stand out to you as something you'd want to trade in for?
Kinda, but I don't know.
Because
what
you
I
can
would trade
trade, basically, if you have any items that you don't think you're using at this time, or wanted to just trade an item in, you can trade up to 2 of your items to get, two of these, or one of them. Like, you can trade 1 item in for 1 thing, or 2 items in for 2 things.
it. Okay.
For you, because you have a different inventory status than the rest of the group.
Is the chain? Is that a attunement item?
No, it is
Or is
not.
that It's like an item infusion, kind of.
It is. It's just a regular magic item.
Okay.
And I'll show you what it does. It's pretty useful. It's something that you would benefit from greatly.
Yeah.
You probably might know what it is too. Chain of Returning is a bonus action. Basically, it gives you an additional 30 feet when you've chained it to a weapon. And then you can fling that weapon or try and bring it back to you. Like, you need to make an athletics check to like be able to do that. So, example, say you wanted to attack someone 30 feet away with your lance and not throw it. You could use that with the chain and swing it out towards them, and then you'd have to make an athletics check to make sure you can bring it back to you.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I do want that.
And what would you be willing to part with or trade?
Ash will go into his pack and pull out this corked bottle with a moving, what looks like smoke inside of it.
Ooh, ever smoking?
Yeah.
Oh, that will actually be very nice. I'll take that off your hands. Take the smoking bottle and you'll get the chain of returning. You'll be able to add that to your inventory. So now, you want to fuck around with that, you get an additional 30 feet. You're getting Lancer Stonks.
Yeah.
I put a lot of Lancer Stonk items in yours.
Might be able to find some shenanigans with the immovable rod and the chain too.
That's true. Black Friday. Anything on the list sparking your interest?
And what is the rod of absorption?
Oh, that's a very good thing. That would help out you in the midst of battle. So basically, while holding this rod, you can use your reaction to absorb a spell that is targeting only you and not with an area of effect. The absorbed spell's effect is cancelled and the spell's energy is stored in the rod. The energy has the same level as the spell is cast, and the rod can absorb and store up to 50 levels of energy over the course of its existence. Once the rod absorbs 50 levels of energy, it can't absorb more. If you are targeted by a spell that the rod can't store, the rod has no effect on that spell. If you are a spellcaster holding the rod, you can convert it. But basically, this would help you as a barbarian, just tank spells. There are also a few things in the group-wide that would be useful for you as well. Where is it? The Magician's Judge is one of them. And there are just like a few other things you could try for as well. But that's like what that does. It just lets you tank a spell.
Okay. And the Broacher's shielding is like a shield spell.
No, actually, it is. Let me double check. Even better, you have resistance to force damage, and you are immune to damage from magic missile. It's a pretty useful one.
Okay. And that rod of absorption, does it require attunement?
I believe it does. We could possibly discuss adjusting the requirements. It is a little bit of a finicky item, mind you.
Let's see here then. Yeah, trade in this armor of the Mariner.
Hold on. I don't think I put the... Oh, yeah, armor. Oh, yeah, you have the Submariner armor, or like the Mariner armor. Yes. And what would you like in exchange?
Oh, is it 2 items for 1?
No, you can do that if you want. Like, you can do 1 for 1, or you can do 2
Okay.
for 2, or even like just keep giving like.
Okay. Sorry. I thought it was a 2 for 1. Okay.
No, that's
Yeah.
if you want to do that and like really just condense down on excess items.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
he'll take it either way.
Then, yeah, the Mariner armor for the Rod of Absorption.
Hmm. Good choice.
And the eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which one do I want to go? And the Wyvern Lord's Glaive for Magician's Judge Glaive.
Very well. I'll work on that. Second. That's an easy change. Very well. I'll trade that over. It's a good choice. Just give me one moment and that'll pop up as a thing you can add to your inventory. Right. And it's not attunement, which is pretty fantastic. Alright, so you'll be able to add Magician's Judge in parentheses glaive to your inventory. A pleasure doing business. Deus, anything you want to trade in?
Well, I'm definitely looking at a few of these items.
Mm-hmm.
It's the ingot of the Scold Room. That's definitely catching my eye.
Mm-hmm.
See, the Rogue's Mantle would be pretty nice to have too. You never know. And the group-wide items, I'm looking at the Chime of Opening. I don't know if anybody mentioned that.
We have one.
We
in
do?
our we have one in our loot. It's
Let's see.
yeah, we have a chime of opening in our loot.
But we could have 2.
It's from the undistributed loot that we have.
Yeah, is it like if you roll a 1 on its recharge, it breaks?
Oh, it just has a number of uses, and then after you use it all the way, it breaks.
Yep, so that is why I put 2 on there, because I'm like, that's another charge of an item.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you settling on?
think I'll actually settle on the ingot. The ingot is the most interesting sounding to me.
Very well. What are you trading in?
Let's see. So I know on my person I have the Ring of the Sunken King, which I have not put much use to. I have that serpent scale armor that I'm not using anymore. Let's scroll through a little bit more. I got the Drift Globe, Eyes of Eagle. Is there like a
You can get, like I said, you can get rid of a multitude of items for 1, or a multitude of items for 2.
Well, I definitely want the scolding. I wouldn't mind having that rogue mantle as a just in case.
It's a good idea then.
How much would I have to trade in for both of those?
Minimum of 2, as many items as you want to get rid of that you don't want.
Gotcha. So then, yeah, I'll probably just get rid of all 4 of those items then that I just listed off, just because I have no use for them. I don't know if anyone
Very
else would
well.
have a use for them.
I should have named this session spring cleaning.
Yeah.
Alright, you just hand over all those items and he'll check them. Nice. And he'll hand you the ingot, which is like, I will say fits in your palm, and it's kind of hefty, and it has the skull rune on it. And then he'll hand you over the rogue's mantle, which is black. And he just goes, how about this? Snaps his finger, and the same white pattern that you have on yours is on that one.
Now we're talking.
Oh, I'm nothing if not keen on fashion and trends. Esther.
I was thinking of getting 2 items.
Okay.
One is the bloodshed blade.
And that can be a long sword or any blade.
Probably a long sword.
Okay.
And the pennant of the...
Vind
Is it
rune.
Vind rune?
Vind rune. Yep.
Okay.
Good choices. What are you giving to him?
So I can't use a shield sigil, and I don't know if that's valuable.
You can give him
but I'm
that.
Okay, I will
He'll
give
take
him
that. That's valuable.
Okay, I'll give him that. And I also have a blood axe.
He'll take it.
Okay. Are those 2 enough?
Yeah.
Okay, then I will do that.
Those over.
Okay.
Opal, you said you're not taking anything from him?
Nope.
You sure?
Yeah, I don't have a lot actually to speak of, and what I do have,
buy
I plan
anything
on
from
using.
him?
Not really.
Are you sure you don't want anything?
I'm good. What I do have, I think I'm just gonna donate to the village.
Good idea. Rosario.
I'm looking at the gauntlets, the worm gauntlets, and
Mhm.
the Forcebreaker staff.
Alrighty. What would you be putting in exchange?
Can't speak. For the Forcebreaker staff, haven't really used these things much. So I got the Concubine's Warfan and the Monk's Mantle.
Okay, yep. That's sufficient for both items. Right, and I'll take those and pass over, unless you wanted to get rid of more items.
No, the rest of the things I got are non-attunement or things that don't really, take up space.
Alright, so he'll pass those over to you. And is there anything you want to trade in as a group from your unclaimed loot?
What's it claim?
Well,
A lot.
there's a couple of things that we haven't really even taken a look at. There's the Staff of Bad Coals. It starts pulling things out from the bag of holding. The Staff of Bad Coals, there's I don't know what this thing is. It pulls out the Box Seeker, pulls out the Goggles of Night. I don't think any of us have a need for this. We don't have any humans among us, do we?
Oh, I think everyone has dark vision.
You've also got attack at a sobriety. Does anyone want this? Pulls out the staff of Dunamancy.
Eyes light up. Ooh.
Couple of developing energy cells.
That is a very valuable staff. Be lovely to use.
Can I try to insight check or try to read into maybe what his intentions are there as he notices that?
You may certainly try, yeah.
All right. Where's insight? Okay, rolling. And roll 1d8 on top of that. 2. So 21 total.
He seems to have a keen interest in Dunamancy, Matt.
Oh, I was actually hoping to use that staff.
Oh, really?
We can't keep a hold on to it just for now. I could change my mind, of course, but
Well, I would definitely pay quite the price for that, either in coin or an item. You change your mind.
unless
With-
there's something someone here wants to trade for it, I wouldn't want to stand in anyone's way.
But, with the items you are proposing, that would be sufficient to get your group 3 items so far.
Ooh.
Does anyone else want anything? Ash?
I think I got everything I needed.
Yeah, these are just items you would get for the group to figure out, like, to swap around at any point.
Does anyone want to just keep an extra magician's judge though?
That was claimed already because of Black Friday.
Okay, I'll be back in a moment. In the meantime, for the rest
All
of the
good.
party business.
We could
Because it's one of each item, like, except
We
for the
could get
ones
another bell.
above. Get another bell as one of your
We-
items.
we could get another bell. Well, we haven't used the first one. I don't think.
Hey, stonks.
But
That cloak of the
could get another
arachnid would be great for Obol. Or Black.
Actually, we could have used it with some of those traps in that first chamber that we encountered. Remember them at the gold?
Looking at item. I mean, I can fly, so
Yeah, you
Just
can
gotta
fly,
circle the
but you can't
teleportation.
walk on walls.
yeah, but can you wall crawl?
what
Yeah,
if I fly next to a wall and just pretend?
you would fall off the wall.
It's not the same sensation.
Yeah.
Conch of teleportation, just a magic item that casts teleport.
Yep, to a specific location that I already have in mind.
Oh, so
That would unlock a boss fight for the
teleportation
group.
Circle. Okay. So we can't. If we have teleportation circles, though, we can go to those.
No.
places? Oh,
It's
so
a
that's-
one, I
okay.
believe, let me double check, but I believe it is a one use. Station.
What kind of material is delirium?
Delirium? From a different world. Look it up. Delirium forged weapon. Item is ordinary, be it rather large. Conch shell, Uvarun. As an action, you can cast a teleport spell by blowing into the shell. The destination is fixed, and there is no chance of mishap. It is anyone teleported by the conch appears in a specific location designated by the item's creator at the time the Uvar rune was inscribed on the conch.
Okay.
So it's tied to a specific location, but you would be able to go to more than once. Perhaps a boss land.
Boss fight.
But if it's just a room with one boss in it, then it can just become a spare room that we have.
Never know. I know where it goes.
It's just a constant Monster Hunter summoning circle.
I will say, like,
We're going
it's
to this
it's a
map.
chance for you guys to get like some good, like, there's a boss fight attached to the first teleportation for certain, and there is stuff where it is. Like, I can't tell you anything. Okay. It's fun. But yeah, Delirium is from a different world. As a reminder, he can travel the multiverse.
You have any guidebooks on how to uh, harvest parts of a creature's?
Well, I thought you were accomplished monster hunters. But yes, I do have a Heliana's guide.
I kind of, mostly by accident, cut things off. I haven't figured all the fine details of that, so couple of whelping energy cells for that.
Sure. Gives you a Heliana's guide. Which is an actual item. I have to double check what it does. Guidance.
Can you spell that?
Hold on. I'm trying to find it. Here it is. Uncommon. Okay. Give me 1 second. I can literally make it right now.
Okay, I'm back. My apologies.
Welcome back. Just doing something real quick.
So, did the party decide on any things?
Not quite. He gives you a deluxe edition.
A deluxe edition?
Black Friday wanted the Heliana's guide,
Ah,
which is an actual magic item.
what the hell's a contra teleportation?
Oh, it teleports you to a fixed location. Basically, it's an opportunity for game stuff and boss stuff. Like, it has like lore and boss implications.
Where would it be attuned to here?
I cannot tell you. That's a
Oh,
secret. That's a surprise.
Mystery
But,
bonus boss fight.
Yeah, the mystery bag item. Open up, find out what's inside.
It's just a bunch of Funko Pops and Pocky.
Yum.
I speak from experiences I've seen. All right, go ahead and Green, you'll be able to add that to your inventory. Heliana's Guide to Monster Hunting Deluxe Edition. And it does the following, because it actually does stuff. Fantastic phalanges and where to find them. As an action, you can open this book and stare intently at its pages, which of their turn of their own accord to settle on an anatomical diagram of the nearest corpse to the book. You immediately learn all the harvestable parts of the corpse, as well as their component DCs. Weapon of the Learned. It can be used as a weapon and deals 1d6 bludgeoning damage. If you are proficient in the Arcana, History, Nature, or Religion skill, you are proficient with this weapon. Deluxe Edition. It has the Anatomizer property. If you read the book for 1 hour, you gain proficiency in the following skills of your choice for the next 24 hours. Arcana, Investigation, Nature, Medicine, Religion, or Survival. Once you use this feature, you can't use it for 24 hours.
Does that work on dead creatures that are undead? Interesting.
But yes, if you need to think on it while you go deal with crab business, you can come back and we can talk about this at a bit of a next date. For now, I think you have some things you need to take care of. You can decide after that. Now, I would say it was lovely having you, but one of you does not like my presence, so I don't want to overstay. Welcome. Axon, if you could stay here and let the kids do to their own business, I would like to talk to you. Okay?
Real quick before we go. So we're choosing the items for the group trade later?
I'm just gonna say yeah, because you can come right back. That also gives
Okay.
you like 2 weeks to figure out what you would want to do for the group. So I can get you guys onto the next bit.
Okay. And one of the items, it was 3 items for all the things that we traded, and one of the items was Heliana's Guide?
No, that was a thing from Black Friday. Personal.
Oh, okay.
That was a personal trade. And so you'll head out.
As we're leaving, can I kind of get a gauge on Axum's expression before they have their private word? Like, what does it look like he's anticipating?
Hard to say. He's just kind of neutral faced, steadfast.
I feel like the things that I traded in for the things that I got were very minor, and doesn't feel right for me, so I'm gonna also take out my Choker of the Skies and the Knave Side Patch.
Okay. And whatever you want to do. Because, I mean, those are very good items, regardless. Like I said, it definitely helps get rid of the clutter. Because, like I said, that's something I have been trying to do for the groups. Is like, hey, got a lot of goodies. How much of that do you actually want? So it lets you play around with new things, too. But you'll go on a 40-minute walk. Actually, no, an hour, I'd say. Before arriving in Murasaka. And you see quite an interesting sight. A number of the citizens are... Hold on. Sick.
It's a freaking Lakatha!
This
That
is a
dude
big
asleep in
map.
the street.
It's a whole bunch
Oh.
of Lakathas.
Hold on.
Is that man napping in the middle
Ignore
of the
it.
street?
He's supposed to have the commoner tag.
Like, not my problem.
Wake me up whenever something impressive.
Hold on. I gotta change the music.
Well, he was standing while he was sleeping, so yeah, it's actually just his name, Sleeping Traveler.
That's impressive.
That is a cool name. That sounds like a country star.
But you, as you arrive, the town square. First of all, this is a podunk fucking town. Like, it is like this is the outer area, and it's a lot of shacks and basic buildings. There are like a couple of nicer areas, but this is the main place, and you quickly understand why. As shambling through the streets in panic are a bunch of Lokatha, who are the some of the like 50% of the residents in this village. Like, oh, he's coming back.
Do they also have little pet seals running with
No,
them?
they do not.
Oh.
Oh,
But a lot of them are frantically panicking, running around. One of them is grabbing like weapons. One of them is grabbing a bunch of crates. Some are making blockades that are just poorly crafted. But they're just freaking out, and it's like, oh no, oh no, we're gonna die! Just one of them's running around, freaking out. One of them just beelines at you guys. Run! You gotta go! This is bad! Oh wait, are you with the hunters?
We're here to try and help out.
And you see that you are, because you were distracted by the Lokatha, you see that in this square, there are quite a few individuals. Sure, I have them all. Okay. Hold on. Something. Nope, wrong thing.
And a random cultist of
Suspicious.
rot.
No, I just need to
Running
use the
into
token
buildings.
base. There we go. You see quite a few individuals gathered around. Firstly, let's see. A Dayan orc. Large woman with horns from her head, a trait that some Dayan orcs have. One of her eyes is heavily scarred and shut. One of her tusks is broken. She has orange hair that's shaved on the side and swept back. Wearing wraps and leathers. And she has a chunky blade at her waist. Oh, I didn't make her hand out. Where is she? Hold on. There she is. Okay. You see a very rare sight, a Kitsadria, which are a Vulpine race from across the multiverse that have localized in Null. And she has the telltale markings on her wrists and legs. She wears a long, like, sleeveless, like, dress-like tunic, and then leather pants and, like, boots underneath it, and has a scimitar at her side. And just her arms are, like, she wears these leather gloves and wraps. You see her. Let's see. This individual, a shifter. Telltale markings upon his body, heavily scarred. He's wearing just a leather shoulder pauldron, and then he has just like leather pants on, like waist wrap, like furs and all that. His eyes are this black with the amber irises, and he's covered in like these lightning scorch marks down his arms. Let's see. This individual. You would see in another Dayan orc, a blue orc, wearing like just these robes and garbs that are just like red and gold with like all these little details, jewels hanging from them, a multitude of facial jewelry and piercings and these face tattoos, and just a big smile on her face.
Yeah, they look like all fun.
And you see this
It
individual.
looks so cool.
I like the art.
Eeh. You would see this individual. Another Carabao Tiefling. Female. Looks very impatient. She's wearing red robe, like red clothing and furs. And has a red bandana that's tied into her horns as well. And she's just like stomping her foot a little bit. And on her back, she has this staff with like a skull emblazoned on it. Oh, you would see the robed individual, the hooded figure. They seem to be human. You can see a bit of their face underneath the hood. Just a human male, wearing some armor as well, but his face is like heavily obscured from what you can and cannot see. And he's a little short. And then, of course, the elephant in the room, the Yuan-ti. You see a full-on Yuan-ti. Black skin, red scaled tail. These red little freckles throughout the arms and skin. Carrying a staff. This is a nightmare speaker. And you realize, oh, these individuals are all here for the hunt. And you hear, all right, easy. Calm down, everyone. As walking through, you see two large individuals walking side by side. You see two Sharkin, which you have seen here, you might have heard of or seen here and there in your travels, but they are an aquatic race. You see a hammerhead Sharkin and a regular standard Sharkin. The hammerhead walks forward, and the other one walks behind him Thank you all for coming. My name is Okoye. And he stands on top of the well. And you have all come to answer our pleas. To help us deal with the incarnation of the Tambano Kano. However, we have been given word that these individuals, and he points at you guys, will be the main hunting party recommended by Governor Maverick. And all the local folk flail their arms in the air and they're like, yay! Like, oh, we're safe. We're not gonna die. We might still die. Oh, if you die first, can I eat you? I mean, what?
When the cards are down, people really show who they are.
Yep. But it is a pleasure to meet you all. Heroes. Hunters, even. I was told you are all expert hunters in your field. I am Okoye. I am the leader of Komurosaka. Back there is Makoe. He is my cousin and my guard. I thank you. We are definitely not doing the best. Dogs have thankfully not taken any damage. But I would like to know all of your names.
Yeah. Deus Lacor. This is ESR.
Next Friday.
Pleasure to meet you.
OB.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Esther.
You wear the armor of Ash Dustwind.
It is I, Ash Dustwind.
Understandable. It is good to have an Ash Dustwind on our side. Now, most of us will do what we can. However, these hunters came here from across the Isles to work. I wouldn't have them do just nothing guarding the town while the rest of you go and deal with the Tambano Kano. I would ask that you take one of them with you. Or two, if you think you need them. They're all skilled individuals. When you are ready, we can take you to the docks. But there are rumors that Tambano Kano is not acting alone. And he has Sahuagin working for him. Worshippers. In his first assault yesterday, we saw a warlock, Sahuagin. Nasty, especially with their blades.
What kind of work would the remaining hunters do?
They would help.
Here?
They would help make sure that if any Sahuagin attack, they would deal with them. As I said, it does not seem to be acting alone in this incarnation. And making sure if you guys are defeated, that they will be the last line of defense. Make sure nothing gets in. Pardon me. To here, the residential district.
It's
Since
early. It's
you have
okay.
been sleeping well, are you sure you're okay? Okay.
I'm fine. It's been busy. Past few days have been chaotic.
That'd be a disrespectful question, but do fish sleep?
Yes. Darkened sleep? That is what you were asking. But when you have picked your ally to join you in the hunt, we will be down at the Hunters Guild, just on the outskirt of town. There you can get any potions or extra supplies you will need.
Is it just one choice, or you said one or two?
One or two, should you think it's necessary. And then they walk off.
What's everyone's skill set?
You'd be going to ask them what they do.
That's literally what he was asking.
Oh. And then he just walks, they walk away and they just wave their hands and point towards the people.
Guess we should go ask.
Yeah, you can split up or you can stick together.
Let's cover more ground.
Sounds good to me.
Alright. Just go to where you want to speak to people. Alrighty. Ash, who would you like to speak to? Well, actually, there's like only one person left by that point, and that's Ponto. Which is a
And,
back here.
And Nevra. There's two.
Nope. Nevra? Oh yeah, that's true. Nevra or Konto. Either
Yes.
or.
Never have I ever.
I'll go with them.
Maybe
Okay.
just ask both. Just do two.
You could.
Kanto feels left out.
Rosario. You walk up to the Kitsadria. She looks at you. Hello.
Hello, my name's Rosario Thorn. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'm Misha. You're with the main group that's taking care of the crab, huh?
Yeah, are you also a hunter?
I am a hunter, yes.
What's your skill set?
I do a little bit of magic. I'm good with a blade. I'm an excellent tracker, and using my skills I can shift into my fox form and get into tight spaces.
So, what kind of magic besides being able to shift into a foxy form?
Well, I'm granted gifts by my investor. And holds out a hand, conjures a small eldritch blast in it. Misha is a hexblade.
Oh,
Which I can show you, as you're asking, what she does. Yeah, spellcasting. Hexblade's Curse. Armor of Hexes.
Oh, alright. So you've got a sort of benefactor like my friend Deus.
And
Alright.
also you unlock HP and AC.
Could be useful, depending. I don't think we've been informed if we're going to be fighting on water or if we're going to be fighting on land.
I have a feeling it's going to be a bit of both.
I'm assuming so as well, which would probably be good to have somebody long range, and you, or long or short range. You got both, so
For certain.
we'll give you an
Also,
good consideration.
the village leader whispered something about potions of water breathing. I have good ears. Lets me see things even if they're hidden.
Your ears let you see things even if they're hidden.
When you think about it, good sense of hearing is also a good way of seeing things.
Black Friday's ear just swivels that way.
Your friend gets it.
I suppose he does. Well, it's a lovely pleasure to meet you. I'll be sure to recombine with the rest of my troop and inform you if we'd rather have you here protecting the town or if we'd like you to accompany us. Of course, if we decide on either one, if you'd like to, you can accompany us at another juncture later.
Very well. I am looking to travel around. Want to get to Old Tosiri. And then I want to get to the other isle. So if you need a mercenary or an additional hired hand, I'm always free. He just winks.
Well, I was meaning if you wanted to grab some dinner, but I will also keep that into consideration.
Very well. Alright. Black Friday. You walk up to Nava. Yes? She just taps her foot.
You seem itching for a fight?
I'm
What
just
are your
ready.
skills?
I'm a druid. One of the very few approved druids, mind you. And she is a blight druid. I'm also good in combat, with a weapon and with spells. So here's what she's got. A druid has she has spellcrafting. She has a scythe attack. She deals poison damage. She has a ranged attack known as Blight Bolt. She has the ability Blight Wave. And here is her HP and AC. Just ready to prove myself and right the balance.
Have you ever encountered this crab before?
I've heard stories
known
about its
anyone who-
brutality. It's nothing but a child throwing a temper tantrum, and it needs to be dealt with.
Definitely sounds like a perspective that not everyone will take. Oh. Don't talk to my people.
Thank you. You have a sense about you. Something familiar.
Do you felt on someone else before?
Hard to say.
Let me know if you feel it again with anyone else.
Very well. Let's see. Yes. Oh, I spelled her name wrong. Hello. What can I do for you?
Hi. Charmed to meet you.
I'm Magda.
Yeah. So what's your deal? How you How do you get about with your days?
Don't tell anyone I'm a sorcerer.
It's low down, up close and like, no kidding.
Because remember, sorcerers are prime lot for
Oh yeah.
Wizard King.
I mask it by using these.
And she holds out these little red gems.
Magecraft gems. Makes it look like I'm just some ordinary mage using gemcraft. It's worked so far. So I'm just making sure that it keeps working. So if anyone else asks, I'm just a gem mage.
Magna is a sorcerer. She has sorcery points. She has spellcasting. She has a spear attack. She has elemental bolt. She has the ability aggressive. Here is her HP and AC. Let's see, she doesn't have.
But I can sense that things are a little crazy down there in the waters. Lots of magic. Ripe magic.
Yeah. Something about a big crab.
Yes, the Demonicano. I've seen it once before. From a distance.
What was it? Was more than just a safe distance, was it? See what it could do at all?
It can... Well, the stories are certainly true. With the blink of its eyes, lightning flashes from the sky. And when it breathes, the water around it becomes a tempest.
Well, that definitely sounds exciting. I gotta ask though, what's the getup for?
Oh,
Don't
I
get me
mean, these
wrong,
are
it
just
looks very
robes.
advanced.
I'm from over across the way in the, one second. From the sands of Galtris. I come from Helmechia. From some of the tribe that didn't go to Sokrith.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Well, that's interesting. My folks went to Sokrith, and that's where I was born, but they're originally from around here somewhere.
Nice, nice.
That's interesting to learn.
Of course. Well, let me know what you think. If you want to work together, I'd be pleased.
No worries. I'll keep your resume on it.
Thank you.
Ash!
So you're Ash
Hail.
Dustwind?
I am, and you must be Nevra?
I am, though you should remember that. Right, Ash?
She looks at you with a knowing look.
We used to work together. Back in the Tumultua Plains.
She looks at you like a.
Not ringing any bells.
Are you really dense, kid? Come on, play along.
Huh?
Man, the old man didn't teach you anything, huh? Never told you about me? She's gonna squat down to your level, because she's big. Of course, this'll work. Gotta be careful when you're wearing that armor. Lots of expectation comes from it, after all. I heard about you. You're the kid he was training.
Yeah. I
Look.
was.
And I heard what happened to him. Terrible stuff, really.
I saw it happen.
But to wear that armor is a responsibility. You're carrying a name that precedes you by generations. You have to brush up on your knowledge, be more confident. Even if you don't feel confident.
I'm getting there.
All in due
So,
time.
What can you do?
I am a witchblade. I am
Is that-
provided the power given to me by my spirit patron, the one that has given my tribe strength for generations. Nevra is an orc witchblade, which is an orc warlock. Usually, they are the tribe's. They are a warlock hexblade that serves the tribe as a guardian from supernatural attacks and creatures. And they are outcasts of their clans. So, he has the following: spellcasting. He has a scimitar attack, a javelin attack, aggressive, Hexblade's Curse, Armor of Hexes, and this is her HP and AC.
Okay.
But be careful, boy. I would enjoy helping you and yours. If you would have me. If not, I'll be in Old Tosiri, meeting with some like-minded individuals.
Oh, very well.
She'll slip you a note.
I'll pocket it and read it later.
And she'll go in for like that side shoulder hug, pat you on the back. Good seeing you again, Ash. And she says that loudly. Hopefully we can go on ventures like last time.
Yeah, right.
He's learning. And Esther. Go up to the hooded figure.
Hey.
Hello.
I'm Esther.
I know.
One of the hunters. Oh, you know who I am?
I do.
Okay. So who are you?
I am Jungo.
Jungo. Can you tell me what you can do?
No.
Oh, well, we were trying to look for help.
I can be of enough help.
Yeah, would be nice to know what you could do, though.
And he'll pull down his cloak. And you'll see this individual. For a moment, these glyphs flicker over him, this third eye, and his piercings that he has glow. And then for a moment, these like, as if he has like gnome-like ears, flares up on his sides. And then you see him summon a blue spectral blade in his hand before diminishing it.
That's an interesting
Obel,
power.
you recognize that energy. Not only, and you see it from all the way across, not only because he has soul knife abilities, just like you, but because it's the exact same aura as yours. More importantly, your sister.
The same aura as hers.
Yep. It's your sister's aura.
Noted.
And that's where we're going to end the session.
Can I ask my person their questions?
I was gonna
Wait,
leave it on a little. I was gonna leave it on a little bit of a cliffhanger because we are at time, and then finish up questions there, and then talk to the Konto and Krishna. Pick it up there next time. Yeah, we're preparing for a hunt. Ah, man. But we do have one meme I can share. Oh, two memes actually. The whispered one. Ah, shit. Here we go again. And then this one. Any power you want to tell us about? I don't have one. I just saw the ad. You're in. Yeah, we'll pick up there on the 21st. And we'll finish up these discussions and go into monster hunting. Timbano.
Fight some motherfucking crabs.
Yeah.
Ooh.
See you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Good night.
Bye-bye.